Hi guys, hope you're all good. Thank you so much for deciding to watch our video. I'm Pratik and I want to welcome you to our YouTube channel, Be Better. If you haven't been to this channel before and don't know what it's about, let me tell you. Here we talk about two things. Number one, better ways of dealing with people. Number two, better ways of dealing with your own head. Both of these things are of prime importance to us, and so I'm pretty glad to share all the experience that we have gathered regarding them. So in this video, we are going to talk about another chapter from the famous book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, written by Dale Carnegie. Now, the title of this chapter is The Big Secret of Dealing with People. Now, the title is very catchy and the content is pretty straightforward, yet a bit tricky to implement. So, Sir Dale said that there's only one way to make anybody do anything for you, and that is by making the other person want to do it. Very straight and very simple. But how do you make the other person want to do it? Well, if he gets what he wants, then he will do whatever you want for him. Now, what do we want in general? Well, apart from money, luxury and other things that money can buy, there's also one more human need that should be fulfilled. In fact, American philosopher John Davis said it the best. He said that the deepest urge in human nature is the desire to be important. I'll repeat it once again. The deepest urge in human nature is the desire to be important. Now here's the surprising part. It is also the only human need that isn't usually gratified. Think about it. Take the next 5 seconds to think about a moment when someone made you feel important. Now you can be sure about two things. Number one, you had a hard time remembering that moment. Number two, it was some good time ago. Thus, we can conclude that it's pretty rare that you are made feel important by other people. So, if you take simply this trick, if you take simple this way of making the other person feel important, you can deal with people far, far better. Personally, for me, this point was an eye-opener. And it is still my best hack to have good business meeting or get my job done from anybody. Plus, through the numerous books and biographies that I got to read about great men, I understood that all of them use this hack in some way or the other. Now, we'd like to tell you a story about one such person. His name was Charles Schwab, and he was among the first few persons in America to get a salary of about $1 million a year. And this was in the year 1921. He was personally picked by Andrew Carnegie, who was like the Jamshedji Tata of America. He had led the expansion of the entire steel industry in 19th century. Also, he was the richest man in the world for a few years. So why did Andrew Carnegie pick Charles Schwab? He was not a genius. Neither did he have the best knowledge about the steel industry. So why? Well, Charles Schwab said that it was due to his ability to deal with people that he was paid such a high salary. So how did he do it? Well, here's the answer in his own words. I consider my ability to arouse enthusiasm among my people the greatest asset I possess. And the way to develop the best that is in a person is by appreciation and encouragement. There is nothing else that so kills the ambitions of a person as criticism from superiors. I never criticize anyone. I believe in giving a person the incentive to work. I am anxious to praise but loath to find fault. If I like anything, I am hearty in my approbation and lavish in my praise. Well, this is what Charles Schwab did. But what do we, the average people, do? Well, if we don't like anything, we just shout out at our subordinates. And if we do, we don't say anything. Isn't it true? Isn't that what we observe everywhere around us? I bet we do. To further prove his point, this is what Charles Schwab said. In my wide associations of life, meeting with many and great people in various parts of the world, I have yet to find a person, however great or exalted his station, who did not do better work or put forth greater effort under the spirit of approval than he would ever do under a spirit of criticism. Now, Charles Schwab believed that this was also the reason for Andrew Carnegie's phenomenal success. He used to praise his assistants privately and publicly. In fact, he wanted to praise them even on his tombstone. You know what's written there? You know what's engraved? It's written, "Here lies one who knew how to get around him men who were cleverer than himself." And whenever I read this line, a smile appears on my face, and I wonder how delightful it would have been to work under such a leader. Leaders who could empathize with the human urge for the feeling of importance. People who had decoded the art of dealing with people, which is simply just bringing out the best in people by praising the simplest in them, because strength lies in simplicity. I feel that making this video and the last one has made it easier for me to deal with people, and I hope it does for you as well. Because now we know that number one, we should never criticize people and try to understand them, and number two, we should try to bring the best out of the people and make them feel important by showing honest and sincere appreciation. We'll be coming up soon with some more videos on how to handle people better and win them over. Thank you so much.